I'm a creative. I create. I try to create other businesses prior, and they didn't work out for one reason or another, right? And then obviously wholesaling hit. You know, I stuck with wholesaling, and that's the other thing. People don't, I can tell you that some of the businesses prior to real estate, I didn't follow through all the way. Like I tried 30 days. This is how it happened, right? I had massive multi-million-dollar opportunities prior to real estate in the regional Mexican music industry. But this is what happened. There's a guy, Luis Coronel. He's like the Mexican Justin Bieber, not any longer because he's older now. And you know, when you're like a cute teenager that sings about, you know, girlfriends and stuff like that, everybody loves you. And then you get a little older and you're like, okay, he's not that cool anymore, right? So that's what he's just a regular dude now, right? But this kid was blowing up. He's out of Tucson, and I start talking to his production company, and I'm like, hey man, who's making this kid's apparel, right? Merchandise. Well, nobody. Why? Okay. Well, if I make it, can I keep 20% of the sales? Yeah, sure thing. Brother, we do 30-something thousand the first month, 40-something thousand the second month. I think we're gonna hit 60,000. Like it was like scaling, and I was individually, we set up a website through bigcartel.com to sell his merchandise. And then I set up a Dymo label, and then I got all these like blank envelopes from the US Post Office, and I'm single-handedly putting all the orders together and shipping them to Oklahoma and New Jersey. And that was gonna think about it, right? Like that was a multi-million-dollar potential business for me if I would have put the right paperwork in place.
Right.
Documentation beats conversation. I did not put the right paperwork in place. So by the third month, when they start seeing the revenue come up and up and up, they're like, hey, we're gonna give you your percentage. Yeah, now you know where I'm headed. We're gonna give you your percentage, and we just want to say thank you. We'll take it from here. I mean, that was a punch to the heart.
I'm sure.
Right, and it was a lesson. That's what people don't understand. Like that was a lesson for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Documents are not done for me; they're done for the other party. Right, because I will always live up to my promise.
But it doesn't matter.
The other party doesn't always. So now after having learned a few lessons like that too, we always obviously put everything into documents every single time.
Let me say this. So that was a missed opportunity. I was devastated, and when I say follow through, you see, I allowed that hurdle to, man, just like put me on the dirt, you know, and I didn't recover from that. Like I could have continued to try to move forward in that industry, blah, blah, blah. But praise God that I didn't, maybe, right? Because I'm doing something, praise God, much better, much healthier. But at the same time, you know, that's what happens. Sometimes people don't follow through for a lack of their commitment. Sometimes people don't follow through because they get punched in the mouth, right, with an unexpected situation like that. And then they're like, their dreams just, right? I'll give you an example. Let's just say that you are trying to get into real estate and you give a coach like Jack $30,000, and then this coach just burns you, and you're like, I'm committed, I'm sticking to it. I give this coach $30K, this guy burns me for money. And even though you were a committed individual with good intentions, that psychologically and emotionally sets you back and potentially kills all your dreams at this point, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that early on in everybody's process, it's detrimental to not give up no matter what happens. If someone burns you, right? If you made some mistakes, if you don't see it moving forward, just continue to go, because once you gain momentum, then there's no more stopping you.
Mark Cuban said famously the other day or a while ago, in life, you only have to be right once. And he failed a bunch of times, and then he got one software company done the right way, and that blew up and it made him a billionaire. So even if you failed before, you just got to keep going.